Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am canning tomatoes, not tomato juice, tomatoes. And what I'm doing, the first steps is different than what we normally do. I've washed these tomatoes and now I have them in a pot right here. And I'm gonna turn the stove on, and when these get hot, they'll start peeling away from right here. And when they do that, I will take and put them in cold water so that I can peel the skins off of these. And then I will, core them and put them back in here, and we'll cook them and put them in jars. But I want this water to get hot to where I see this is peeling away and stuff like that, to where I know that they'll peel real easy. So let me get this pot to going. And as soon as they start showing that they're going to start peeling, I'll bring you back so you don't have to sit here and watch this pot for an hour. All righty, I'll be right back with you. If you look in this pot, you can see the little bubbles starting to come up. And what I'm going to do is kind of not really stir them, but kind of bring some of the ones off the bottom up towards the top. But now I'm running the sink full of ice water right now. And what I'll do is when this gets to where they're starting to peel, I will run this over to the side of the sink, and then I will put these in the cold water to stop the cooking of them. But it won't take long now. You'll see that start peeling back from them a little bit. And that tells me that they're good to, start working on. But I hadn't done any this way, and I want to show y'all how to do it. You can do them in smaller batches. And if you get one like this, it's got like that little spot, that ain't really going to hurt nothing. It'll just peel away from it too. And I would just take and kindly mash them down in there a little bit so that they all get, heated evenly. You'll see pieces where you washed them, which I did. I washed these in the sink before I put them in this pot. But it seems like no matter how good of a job you do washing them, they still will have a few little specks come off. And we'll just give this a minute to cook, and then we'll get to doing the next step. Normally this here don't take too awful long, so. Okay, but I wanted y'all to see that it was starting to boil. As soon as these skins start getting ready to come off, I'll bring you back, and when we're getting ready to take this over to the sink. Okay, if you look right here, you'll see how this peel is starting to come off, so it won't be long now that we'll need to take them over to the sink and put them in that cold water to stop them from cooking. But if you look, you can see on several here, they're starting to peel back easy. But I'm going to leave them in there just another minute so that they'll, be real easy to peel. And any of that don't want to peel, you can always take a knife and peel them, so it's not that big of a deal. But let me pull another one up and see. Okay, I'm going to take them on over there and put them at the sink, and I'll bring you all along. Just give me a minute, okay? I'll be right with you. Okay, right here you can see I have ice water. And what I'm going to do is just reach in here, take these tomatoes a few at a time, and put them in this ice water so they quit cooking, and I'll be able to peel the skins off of them. And I will, get all these tomatoes out, and then I will peel all the skins off and then core them, cut any bad spots out. I can't find nowhere to set you up to where you can see what I'm doing, and neither one of my stands is wanting to work for this, so. But right there you can see how the skins are starting to peel on them, and if you get them cooked too long, the tomatoes will start falling apart, and that ain't what you're looking for. But these were some real nice tomatoes my brother-in-law had. They've been a little better than the ones we've been having. So he asked me would I care to can them for him, and I told him I didn't care. Just wanting to get on the, they're wanting to splash on the phone. Let me put a little more water in there. Now you can do these in smaller batches, so it's not so many at a time. But I got a lot of stuff to get done today, and I need to get these out of the way. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to pour the water out of this pot so I can put my tomatoes back into it once I get them cleaned up. And cored, I will cut the tomatoes up and just put them back in this pot to cook and get them ready to put in the jars. Well, that's just the skin. I'm going to lay this over here on this towel. See, that one skin itself. Okay, now put that right there for a second. Let me dump this pot of water and I'll come right back to you. Okay, what I'm going to do is, if you look at this tomato, see where it's the peel's really wrinkly? You can just pull it, peel it off, and see how easy that skins? Now you want to get all the skin off that tomato. Then I'm going to take a knife and just reach in and cut that core out. See it? Then I will cut this tomato probably in two pieces, the smaller one, and put it in that pot. And once again, here's another one. Some of them ain't wanting to peel like they should, but if you poke a hole and get it started, well, that skin will come right off. So don't let that bother you. Let me see if I can get to where you can see what I'm doing. See, once I poke that little hole in there, that skin just peels right off. And we're going to core it. We're going to cut the core out right there. There's the core out. And I'm just going to cut it and put it in the pot. Okay, I'm going to continue to do this till I get this pot back full of maters. Then I'll bring y'all back and let you see me cook them, and we'll try to get them in the jars. But the rest of it's pretty much just like it is on any other tomato. You know, once they get to boiling, we'll boil them for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll put them in jars. But let me come back, and we'll finish the process. Okay, everybody. I touched it wrong or something, but here's what we come up with is tomatoes. I'm going to put them back on and turn them on, and I'm going to put some pint jars in the oven. He wants his in pint jars. So I'm going to put about 15 pint jars in the oven just to make sure I have enough. I'm sure that'll be more than enough. Check out that jar right there. It looks like a little barrel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my lids to boiling because this shouldn't take too awful long. I'm just putting the oven on about 215 degrees because that's about where the tomatoes will be when they're ready to go in the jars. Okay, let me get a pot. Okay, I don't think there'll be more than 12 pints of these, but I'm going to go ahead and get 15 ready, and that way I know I have enough. Now, myself, I don't normally can in pints, but he wanted his in pints, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, there's my rings. I'm trying to get everything together real quick while I'm, doing this. Okay, now as soon as these come to temp, the oven comes to temperature and these start boiling, we'll start canning them. Can y'all, you won't be able, I'll put it right there and try to do it on this edge so y'all can see me putting them in the jar. But yeah, this is just a normal process of putting them in the jars like we do everything else. Where they're pint jars, I'm not too sure how this is going to work, so I'm just going to put a bunch of extras in there. And that way I know for sure I have enough. Let me find something to stir this with so we don't stick it. Now you definitely want to cook these maters till they get tender. Well, let me bring you back when everything's ready to go in the jars, and we'll go from there. Okay. These are starting to boil. I will let them boil for a minute. I like to take a potato masher, an old-timey tomato masher, and just kind of mash down in there and kind of break them apart a little bit so that they don't come out in big chunks. And it kind of helps with the cooking process. It kind of hurries it up a little bit. There you go. Once this comes to a good rolling boil, we will start putting them in jars. Be sure you stir them so you don't stick them on the bottom. Yeah, they're about to get ready. Then it gets exciting. Okay. If you look, they're coming into a rolling boil. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first jar. But remember to leave your 1/2 inch headspace so your jar has room to seal. And most time I try to just get it up to the end of the funnel. And that always works good for me. Okay. Okay. Y'all have seen me can enough tomatoes to know the rest of it. So the phone's getting real steamy. So I'm going to just jump off here and get this done real quick. And we'll see you on the next video. Have a good day. Have a blessed day and be good to each other. All right. And we'll see you later.